Texas Motor Speedway is the location for stop number 6 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series as we bring you coverage of the running of the Interstate Batteries 500 as we are set for 51 laps around this racetrack. And they say, and the old saying is, everything's bigger in Texas. Well, that of course includes the racing. And we're about to find out here as this race goes along. So let's get to the start line for this running event. On the pole, it is a pair of Chevrolets on the front row. Chris Dollerton from right here, from where this is his home track too. He's on the pole for this race. His only car to qualify at over 200 miles per hour on this track. He'll be starting alongside Mike Becker in car 45, the Sprint Chevrolet. Row 2 has Jessica Shelton in the DeWalt Chevrolet, car number 17. She'll be flanked by car number 44. It is Vincent Morego, a good qualifying for him in a Shell Pontiac, car number 44. Third row has Henry Sanford in 57, the Mountain Dew Chevrolet, and Levi McIntyre, winner this season at Richmond, in the number 60 Aflac Ford. Next row down has Diego Yepes in 63, the Lysol Pontiac, and Trey Wright in number 34, the Gould's Pump Chevrolet. Fifth row has Rob Evans in car number 8, the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats Chevrolet, and James Henry in 74, the Phenolube Chevrolet. Next row down has Simon Bloomfield in Nesquik Chevrolet, car number 10, and Matt McIntyre, number 37, the Timberwolf Pontiac. Next row down has Benjamin Miles, who won the last race on the tour, Darlington, number 14, the Navy Chevrolet, and Dylan Young, one of our in-car cameras in today's event, in car number 2, the AC Delco Chevrolet. Jessica Shelton and Chris Dollerton have the other 2 cameras. Next row down has Jesse Turner in number 27, the Castrol GTX Chevrolet, and alongside them another motor oil company, the Mobile One Dodge, car number 39. Zachary Fitzwater starts alongside. Next row down is the JMAC Chevrolet, car number 24 of Kyle Matthews. He'll be alongside car number 89. It is Quentin Moore in the Racing for Jesus Chevrolet. Next row down has car number 32, Keith Batson in the White Rain Ford, and another Ford, William Brock in the Geico Ford, car number 4. Next row down is Carter Friesen in car 36, the Stanley Tools Pontiac, and the other GMAC car, Ryan Brommer, number 5 Chevrolet, in the Chevrolet. His car number is 5. Next row down has Cole Deaver in the Oreo Chevrolet, car number 3, and car number 66, the Duraflame Dodge of Elijah Gordon sits alongside. Next row down is Jay Jefferson in a Navy Chevrolet car 88, and Gene Sanford, number 21, the Risa Chevrolet. Next row down has car 62. It is Sky Cummins in the South Point Hotel and Casino Chevy, and Joshua Carr in the Auto Value Bumper to Bumper Toyota car 43. Next row down has Zach Winkle in number 7, the Geico Chevrolet, and number 18, the MB&A Pontiac of Ashland Boyd. Next row down after that will be Johnny Gardner, number 22, the Discount Tires Dodge, and number 838, Great Clips Toyota of Nathan Hudson. Next row down has car number 33, Joshua Osborne, in the Jimmy John Subs Chevrolet, and Benny Watson, car 99, the winner this season at Rockingham, in the Aaron Stream Machine. Next row down has car 29, Charles Sanford in the Sonic Chevrolet, and Eli Bright, number 15, Oakwood Homes Chevrolet. Next row down after that will be car number 9, the Track Gear Ford of Cat Batson and Dion Moon in 87, the Bell South Mobility Chevrolet. Next row down has car number 00, Aiden Shepard, the Aquafresh Pontiac, and Verizon Wireless Dodge car 12 of Mitchell Collins. And starting shotgun in the field will be car number 1, Bobby Frazier, and the Yellow Transportation Dodge. So 41 cars lined up for 51 laps of racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. This is the second mile and a half we've been on this season. The other one we was at Atlanta, and that gave us a great finish with Kyle Matthews and Jessica Shelton, with Matthews taking one of his 2 victories of the season when he won Atlanta, and also, of course, won the prestigious Daytona 500 as well. But it's Chris Dollerton on the pole for this event. Here comes the command to fire the engines here at Texas.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
That's ladies and gentlemen, start your engines, by the way, because there's 3 ladies in the field, by the way. Anyway, so the field's getting set for racing here today. And the cars join together 2 by 2 as they come off pit road. So unlike Darlington, the pole sitter this time did get started this time. If you remember Darlington, Jessica Shelton was the pole sitter for the event. And unfortunately her car fell to fire and entered her with a credited dead last finish, unfortunately for her. But things went well for her this time. She starts third in this event. Chris Dallerton is the pole sitter for the event with Mike Becker starting alongside. Becker yet to win this season, as Dallerton, Shelton, Almarego, and Henry Sanford. In the top 5, the first-year winners, Levi McIntyre, starts this race in 6th position, looking for his second victory of the season. A lot of drivers to watch for here, and of course Kyle Matthews is the points that are coming into this event, having finished no worse than, I think, somewhere in the top 10, no worse than, I think, 6 or 7, something like that, but he's got a long way to go to get to that here at Texas as they come off turn number 4. Pace car makes a hard left turn. In-car cameras again, carried by Dylan Young, Jessica Shelton, and Chris Dallerton as the green flag flies. And we are underway in the Interstate Batteries 500. And Chris Dallerton took off like John Force on that start. So Dallerton already put onto a comfortable lead at the moment. Shelton gets by Mike Becker now as she tries for second place. Off turn number 4 they come. Speed shot. This is a very fast racetrack here at Texas Motor Speedway. As we said, pole speed was 200 miles per hour. Dallerton was the only one to hit 200 all through qualifying. The rest of them were 199 or above, or below, I should say. 3 wide here. Rob Evans to the inside of both Diego Yepes and Vince Almarego as the Chevy tries to go inside 2 Pontiacs. As Yepes is going to try for fourth position. Henry Sanford's taking 3rd spot away from Almarego, and Henry's got a pretty good car. This is his best he's run all season long. And they got problems on the back stretch. And it's Dylan Young spins, Cat Batson, Levi McIntyre, Fitzwater's involved, Ryan Brommer is involved. I don't know if Aiden Shepard was involved. Oh, and Ashlyn Boyd, number 18, he was involved. We saw Aiden Shepard in that mix. I don't know if he was involved in the crash or not, though. We'll find out when we watch in replay. But as fast, and we was talking about how fast that track was. This track is at Texas, and everything. Things can happen really quick on this track as well. And they were 4 wide, almost 4 wide through off turn 2. Let's see what happened here. Dylan Young tries to get up in the Quentin Moore. Moore goes up in the McIntyre. That's Levi McIntyre. Charles Sanford got a bit of a piece of it. I don't think he's damaged enough to have anything happen to him. Young takes a pop to the inside wall, as does Cat Batson, and several cars. Yep, Aiden Shepard was involved in the crash, by the way. We saw him spin, and several cars had to get on the brakes. Collard did a good job missing that crash, as did Dion Moon, Nathan Hudson, and Eli Bright. But several of our top contenders several of the top contenders though gets the fuzzy end of that lollipop on this crash. And we do have an onboard camera inside Dylan Young's car. This crash by taking place on lap number 3 of the event. Onboard Dylan Young's car. And it's funny that I made a comment on the Daytona 500. All I do in Dylan Young's series is crash out in the race, by the way. And in Dylan's Daytona 500 video, by the way, I made the comment that all I do is crash. So I guess this is karma right there for me saying that. So Dylan Young, if you're watching this race, I am sorry. So, Ashland Boyd made a pit stop during the caution flag, and he is the only car a lap down by me, so he is on the inside of the lane against Dalton. Double file restarts in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, obviously. So, setting the top 10 for you here, Chris Dalton leads. Jessica Shelton is second. Third is Henry Sanford. Fourth is Vince Almarego. Fifth is Diego Yepes. Simon Bloomfield is in sixth position. Seventh is Rob Evans. Eighth is Benjamin Miles. Ninth is Jesse Turner. And Trey Wright currently runs in 10th position. Then it's James Henry, Kyle Matthews, Mike Becker, Keith Batson, Carter Friesen, Cole Deaver, Sky Cummins, Jay Jefferson, Matt McIntyre, and Johnny Gardner. The top 20 is the green flag flies. We're back underway at Texas. Now let's keep an eye on the 18 car of Ashland Boyd, though, because a lot of times lap cars can present problems for the leaders. So far, so good. Everybody's gotten by him at the moment. Batson moves up. Friesen moves up. Commons, Deaver, Jefferson. A lot of them have moved up. And several cars are going to get trapped behind. That's Zach Winkle and Joshua Osborne both get trapped behind as they come through third turns 3 and 4. Osborne says, "Out of the way, Ashland. I'm coming through." And that was very close. Boyd almost spun and caused a big one right there. Actually, Osborne gave Boyd a tap in off turn 4. About caused a big one to happen on the front stretch, but Ashland Boyd saved it. And now he's holding up Benny Watson in the 99 car, and as well as Collard, Bobby Frazier, Nathan Hudson, several others. And you're going to have a bunch of angry drivers behind. And this ain't not looking good off turn number 4 right here. Road rage at Texas Motor Speedway, dare I say this. And look at 66 Elijah Gordon on the middle of the track, though. He gets by, or tries to get by, Ryan Brommer. Not quite, but power move on the car part of that number 66 Duraflame machine. As we watch Vince Almarego take second place from Jessica Shelton, as Dalton takes still leading the pack right now. Nobody's been able to pass him yet. But Almarego's going to give it a good shot right now in that 44 car as he moves up the back bumper of Dalton's car. To the low side goes Almarego. Battle for the lead happening. And Vince Almarego goes to the top spot in that 44 shell car, but Dalton's not giving up easy in that 23 machine. Almarego has the fastest lap of the race so far at 197 miles per hour, just sort of how they qualified. And Dalton managed to get back in behind and get the draft off of that 44 car. On board Jessica Shelton's car from the roof cam. Driving the 1999 Matt Kenseth colors in this event. Off turn number 2 there, Shelton puts the pedal to the metal on the backstretch. And Dalton tries to go for the lead again as we watch from Shelton's in-car roof cam. And Dalton does indeed take the lead back off turn number 4 from Almarego. We said Dalton we said rumors were afloat that Dalton may have a bit of a secret weapon for this track, but I think he brought the secret weapon out at Texas. I think is what he did. I think I may have to look back, but I think the only Texan to win. I think he did have a Texan win in this track in my series, and that was Trent Dunham. I think that won this track before, and he also a fellow Texan to Dalton in our community. And Jessica Shelton now looks to low to the track editor on Almarego, trying to go for second place. Henry Sanford runs in 4th position. 5th is Simon Bloomfield. Then Yepes in 6th. Battle for 7th between James Henry and Rob Evans. That's 7th and 8th position right there. Evans in 7th. 8th is Henry. And look who's moving up to the field. Kyle Matthews in a 24 car, sporting the GMAC colors in this event. By the way, he had the Pepsi scheme in the first 5 races of the season. So GMAC now the sponsor on Matthews' Chevrolet. That is the Ricky Hendrick paint scheme he's driving. From, I think it was 2001, I think. Really nice paint scheme on that Chevrolet. As you saw Matthews get by Benjamin Miles, that's for 9th position. Mike Becker, outside pole sitter. He's running right now in 11th position as he's battling Jesse Turner and Trey Wright. And battle for 14th there between Keith Batson and Carter Friesen. Side by side, Batson in 32, Friesen in 36, and that was very close to the line. Give it to Friesen as the yellow flag flies for the 2nd time today at Texas. I know I got two cars that I know for sure is spun. It's Cat Batson and Levi McIntyre again has crashed. Those two have crashed again. And yeah, McIntyre definitely is going to be out of the race on this one right there in that Affleck car. Quentin Moore is also involved in the crash in the 89 car. So Levi McIntyre not having much luck at Texas, and he actually was a victim of circumstance in this one. And I think I see what happened there. Yep, somebody turned. Looked like somebody. It was a shoving match between Joshua Osborne and Charles Sanford. They were battling for the Osborne was running 21st at the moment. Then Sanford was trying to go for 21st inside of both Osborne and Zach Winkle. Sanford gets a really good runoff turn number 2 right there, and Link thinks he's going to get Osborne with ease, but then Osborne says, no thanks. It says, no way, Charles, and then drives right into Sanford's car and just drives them both into the wall. So I think Charles is going to have some words to Osborne on that one. And retaliates back by spinning Osborne. Up the track it goes, and poor old Quentin Moore's going to... Now he and Bobby Frazier both are both going to suffer the consequences on that one. By accident, obviously. So those two crash, and I think Kat Batson's going to come in at this point. Bam! There she is. She slams into Osborne's car. Tears the front clip off of that track gear forward. And then McIntyre's going to come in. Bam! Congratulations to Kat and Levi. You just knocked yourselves right out of the race. I know Seth Koloff says never lift, but sometimes you have to. So the pace car lights are off here, and several good cars knocked out of the race there. Quentin Moore out of the race, as is Levi McIntyre. Joshua Osborne is out of the race. Bobby Frazier's out of the race, and as is Kat Batson. So 5 cars knocked out. Ashlyn Boyd again is not on the lead lap. He is in 36. So 36 cars are still left in the race. As Chris Dallerton, who's led the most laps so far, he is still the leader of the race. As we are going to get the green flag on lap number 22. We still have 30 laps of racing left to go. Fast lap race again so far still being held by Vince Alborego at 197.088 miles per hour. Dalton not far behind at 196.80. So we said everything's bigger in Texas, and including the racing. I think we're not kidding on this one. So green flag is out. We're back underway. Dallerton again gets a good jump. See how many cars get by Ashland Boyd with ease on this time. Last time they had no problem except until you get to the back of the pack. This time Mike Becker got caught behind him, and as does Keith Batson, Deaver. Ashland Boyd making a lot of drivers mad right now. Off turn number 4. Let's see what happens here. Commons, there's Matt McIntyre, that is. Johnny Gardner gets by. And he's going to hold up several more, including Gene Samper, Zach Winkle, Nathan Hudson, and Eli Bright. Yeah, you consider everybody else is running 195 to 200 miles an hour. Ashland Boyd is barely doing over 180 miles an hour. And I thought Zach Winkle was going to come right up and just punt the 18 car to send him spinning, but. And finally, Zach says, "Out of the way, Ashland. I got a race to win here." Meantime, Chris Dalton still out in front with Vince Almerego still giving chase in that 44 car. Almerego did take the lead from him one time during the race, so that was the only lap he led. So I think Almerego may be sizing him up again to try to see what he can do. Lying back in third is Jessica Shelton in the 17 car. She's in third position. Fourth is Henry Samper, and here comes Simon Bloomfield to the low side for fourth. And he's got it, so Bloomfield having a good day here in number 10 Nesquik machine. He is in fourth position at the moment. And then hooking up behind Rob Evans and the 74 car of James Henry. Then you got 63 Diego Yepes in 8th position. 9th is Trey Wright. Kyle Matthews in 10th. And you got battle for 11 between Benjamin Miles and Jesse Turner. Miles was the winner last race on the tour at Darlington. Last mile and a half track we'll be going to until we get to Charlotte. Actually, last intermediate track before we get to California Speedway, actually. Because after this race, it'll be 3 straight races on a short track. It'll be Bristol is the next stop on the tour. Then after that will be North Wilkesboro. Then after that will be Martinsville, the shortest and the slowest of the 3 tracks. And after Martinsville will be the shortest. We go from the shortest and the slowest to the longest and the fastest at Talladega. And so that's the next 4 races to come on his tour. Bristol, by the way, Bristol again is next on the schedule for the Food City 500. Take a ride on a lap around with Chris Dalton on the roof cam. And no, we won't. The yellow flag's flown for the 3rd time here today. And I think it's Ryan Brommer that has crashed this time. We were going to take a lap around with Dalton from the roof cam, but and yep, Brommer came down on Aiden Shepard in the 00, and Zachary Fitzwater as well, and those 3 kind of started a little spin right there, and poor Dylan Young involved again in that crash, and there's Brommer's going to back up right into the wall, and Aiden Shepard, I think, almost flipped. Gee whiz. Aiden Shepard almost turned turtle on the front stretch. And, yeah, Ryan Brommer came down on Shepard and Fitzwater and paid the price on that one. On board again with Dylan Young. Now I know what Dylan Young says after all this time. He says now I know what Dylan Young's talking about when he said Florida drivers are always bad. I think it's thinking the same thing about the drivers here at Texas Motor Speedway. And good timing. We're back to racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. Lap number 33 is where we're at here today. Chris Dalton's again still out in front with Almarego, Shelton, Bloomfield, and Sanford the top 5. And now Jesse Turner's the one being held up by Ashlyn Boyd now in that number 18 car. That 18 car is not making any friends today. I will say that for sure. And he's not gonna be Keith Batson's friend now as he's gonna hold Batson up. So 33 laps are in the books and 18 laps are left to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. Henry Samper looks to the low side though on Bloomfield, but here comes James Henry in number 74. So you got Henry Samper against James Henry. So you got a couple of Henrys right there. Mike Becker and Matt McIntyre getting by Carter Friesen in 36. They come off turn number as they come through turns 1 and 2. And now Simon Bloomfield now coming up on Jessica Shelton, trying to pass her for position. So that's what 190 miles an hour looks like at Texas Motor Speedway as they had all the cars fly by on the front at the start finish line. On board, Chris Stollerton on the roof cam. We'll take a lap around Texas Motor Speedway with him, a couple of laps I should say. He's on the backstretch right now. In turn number 3, right there in the middle of the racetrack. We come off turn number 4, 192 miles an hour. And 199 miles an hour into turn number 1, about the middle of the racetrack here, down about 172 miles an hour. In the middle of 1 and 2, you have to back off through 1 and 2, but he can run 3 and 4 full throttle. 194 miles an hour into turn number 3 goes Dollarton. And he'll lower the throttle off turn number 4. 197 miles an hour, 198, 99. 200 miles an hour into turn number 1 goes Chris Dollarton. In his last lap, almost 193 miles, or 192.96 to be exact. Almarego's a little bit faster because that's because he's in the draft. And battle for third, Simon Bloomfield inside of Jessica Shelton. That's for third spot. Pair of yellow Chevrolets going out. Well, one's yellow and black, actually. That's Shelton's car. That's a 1999 Monte Carlo she's driving. And here comes Henry Samper licking his chops. He wants to get them both while they're battling side by side. As he's gotten back around James Henry. And that's the best Henry Samper's been running this season in a 57 car. And that's and see where his siblings are running right now. I'd say way better right now. Gene Samper right now is running in 23rd. And Charles Samper's matching his car number in 29th. So Charles not having a good day at the moment. Neither is Gene. And those two got to be wondering what's Henry got that we ain't got here in Texas right now. So, and Bloomfield gets third position, but Shelton drives a crossover on Bloomfield, and she's going to take third back. Off the fourth turn she comes, and they're going to be side by side between each other. Shelton takes position again. She won this race at Texas last season. And again, Jess running good at Texas again. She usually runs pretty good on this racetrack here, as she does, it seems like, everywhere else. We are down to 10 to go, around 9 to go this time by Chris Dollarton. trying to hold them all up in front of his home state fans at Texas. He has got 9 laps to do it. He's got a lead of about 44 hundredths of a second. Average speed after 40 plus laps right now, by the way, 123.072 miles per hour. Battle for 10th between Kyle Matthews and Benjamin Miles. That's Miles in 14, Matthews in 24. Jay Jefferson right now running in 12th. 13th is Jesse Turner. 14th is Matt McIntyre. 15th is Eli Bright. 16th is Mitchell Collins. 17th, Cole Beaver. 18th is Mike Becker. 19th is Nathan Hudson, and Sky Commons right now runs in 20th position. If you got a strewn of cars right there, this is some good racing right there in the middle of the pack. Becker almost bought the wall, come off turn number 4 as they are slicing and dicing, slamming and bamming down there. Well, not really slamming and bamming, but they are slicing and dicing at Texas, that is for sure. And you see back there, Dion Moon in 87 and Benny Watson in 99. Watson not having a good day in that 99 car as he had in the first 5 races of the season. The man who won at Rockingham, he is currently 25th right now. And Watson was second to Matthews in the points coming into this event. He had a great average finish to start the season in the first 5 races of the year, but that average is going to dwindle a bit if he stays where he's at right now. And meantime, Jay Jefferson trying to hold off that gaggle of cars there. Jesse Turner, Eli Bright, and Matt McIntyre. As they come off the 4th turn now, as they're now down to 5 laps to go in this race, and they get around the lap car of Dylan Young here as that's Shelton trying to hold off Bloomfield and Henry Sanford. Best bet on the track right now, as a matter of fact, within the top 10 is for that 3rd spot between Shelton, Bloomfield, and Henry Sanford. Here comes Henry to the inside of Bloomfield, and you know Jess wants to beat Henry Sanford. Not really any animosity between those two, but just competition, simply because it's competition. Bloomfield trying to get a draft off Shelton to keep that 4th position there, and he is going to do so. So Bloomfield holds off Sanford for 4th place right now, but he's going to want 3rd from that 17 cars that come down the front stretch, as they're coming up on Ashland Boyd right now in the 18 car. See that close the field, close it up any at all? Not really, because Dalton's still pulling ahead of Almarego, and Shelton caught them behind Ashland Boyd, so that's going to move Bloomfield and Sanford up to 3rd and 4th, and Shelton now down to 5th. Going to be a good finish for Simon Bloomfield and for Henry Sanford if they hold off where they're at right now. But meantime, it'll be the white flag next time by for the man from Texas, Chris Dollerton, as he has got Ryan Brommer ahead of him in that number 5 car. To the start-finish line, the white flag waves for Chris Dollerton. He has 1 lap to go, and he's pulled out to a rather substantial lead right now over the 44 of Vince Almarego. This will be the best finish Almarego's ever had in the series. If he holds on for 2nd place, which it looks like he will. As they come out turn number 4, here to the start-finish line they come. And checker flag is out, and you are riding with Chris Dollerton as he wins the Interstate Batteries 500 at Texas. So Chris Dollerton dominates the day at Texas Motor Speedway in front of his home state fans. Some tells me he's going to want that car. Some tells me he's going to bring that car back to the next intermediate track on the tour at California Speedway here and take it to every intermediate track on the tour, because that was a very fast car he had. 2nd place will go to Vince Almarego. Henry Sanford comes home in third position as he got by Bloomfield on the last lap of the race. Bloomfield finishes fourth. Shelton finishes fifth. Sixth place will go to Trey Wright. A good day for him. Diego Yepes with a good day, finishing seventh. Eighth position will go to Rob Evans, matching his car number. Ninth to James Henry, and Kyle Matthews will finish in 10th position, averaging 131.367 miles per hour. So 6 races are in the books, and we have 28 to go here at Texas this season. We'll give you the rest of the finishing order here for you here. Benjamin Miles with a great day, finishing in 11th. Eli Bright 12th. Jesse Turner 13th. 14th will go to Matt McIntyre. Cole Deaver 15th. 16th will go to Sky Cummins. Zach Winkle 17th. 18th will go to Mitchell Collins. Joshua Collard 19th. And Nathan Hudson comes home 20th. He had a battle of the Brits there for that 19th spot on the last laps as well, as Collard wins the battle for the Jelly Old UK. Anyway, rest of the finishing order: Carter Friesen 21st, Jay Jefferson 22nd, Mike Becker 23rd, Benny Watson 24th, Gene Sanford 25th, Elijah Gordon 26th, Dion Moon 27th, Johnny Gardner 28th, Keith Batson 29th, and Charles Sanford, not a good day for him, neither, finishing in 30th. Then Zachary Fitzwater 31st, 32nd, Aiden Shepard. William Brock was the last car on the lead lap in 33rd position. Rest of the finishers here: Dylan Young 34th, 35th Ryan Brommer, and Ashlyn Boyd was the last car to finish in 36th position. So here Brommer and Boyd both finishing 2 laps down. Dylan Young only 1 lap down. 5 cars not going to race, all because of crashes: Quentin Moore, Levi McIntyre, Joshua Osborne, Bobby Frazier, and Kat Batson. So that will do it today at Texas Motor Speedway here. Again, congratulations again to Chris Dollerton, the winner of the Interstate Batteries 500. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got inter races, gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Gold's Hearts for his channel. And please be sure to check out the Last Month's Light Series, Pizza Hut X Series, and the Hershey's Pizza Hut X Series, Coors Light Truck Series, and the Hershey's Cup Series, as well as the Skittles Super Speedway Series as well. Be sure to check those races out as well as Michael Norman's Budweiser All-Pro Series. That's also featured on this very channel. And of course coming to the NNSCRA, the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series. Be sure to check that series out as well. And of course, not to mention our other NNSCRA series, Levi McIntyre's Marvel Studios Cup Series, which will be on his channel, Thrashmania 899. So the best offense racer on the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret checking those races out. So 6 races are down, and that's a story from Texas Motor Speedway. 6 races are in the books. That's a congratulations again to Chris Dollerton, who dominated the day at the Interstate Batteries 500 for his first victory of the season. His first, I believe, since season 16, I think it was. So Dollerton ending a long winless drought himself. And we're better to do it than at your home state as well. So anyway, so we go from the mile and a half of Texas to some short track smashing and bashing at Bristol, Tennessee for the Food City 500. For now, it's James Qualls from the production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Bristol.